All right, what's going on, guys? We are back. We're back with your Detroit Tigers on the road to the World Series rebuild. And just before I really get into it, at the end of the last video, we made some changes, and then I went ahead right after I stopped recording, and I made a couple more changes. We made a trade and a signing. So I actually traded for Eduardo Rodriguez. He always does really well for me. I don't remember what I really traded away to bring him in, but um, I've done a couple rebuilds, before I started recording them and putting them on here, and he's done pretty well for me. And then being in where we're at, we also need a DH. So we went and brought in a very strong hitter in Nelson Cruz. Now, he's very old. I think he's 40 at this point. I don't think there's no way to filter for that. So we went and we signed Nelson Cruz, who is now 40 years of age, but he's literally only DHing. So with 83 power versus lefties, 85 power versus righties, and that contact's still up there, we're not asking him to do much. We're asking him to step up to the plate and swing the bat. His vision, very low. Hopefully that doesn't really matter. But he's going to step in right away, and he's going to help us out in that DH role. And I slid them into the lineups. The lineups are set. They should be good to go. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. We should be good to go. Oh, oh, that's a no DH. Okay. So, yeah, we're good to go when it comes to lineups. Yeah. So, there's not much really left to do here. Budget, it's very low because we have a lot of money on the books. I mean, guys like Jock Peterson, Carlos Santana, Marcus Semien making a lot of money, Mike Clevenger for the next couple of years. Scope is a contract we might be able to get rid of depending on how he does this year. Castillo for a couple of years, Kirby Yates for a couple of years. Other than that, there's no one really making a boatload of money. It's just these top guys, obviously, because they're up here, so they're making the more money. But it's crazy to think that, is Jock Peterson really our highest paid player? Wow, Jock Peterson's really our highest paid player, and that's only at $11 million a year. But we've put so much into trying to rebuild it. Well, him and Carlos Santana. But so we're gonna take this team. We're gonna sim through the season. Actually, we're in the. This is what's left of free agency. Not much. Maybe bring in Howie Kendrick. He's got that really nice contact, but there's not much else. He's really slow. So, I mean, he's going to get on base, but then what's he going to do? I wouldn't sign anybody else down here. But yeah, so now we're just going to sim to the regular season. And then oh, wait, that's right. It doesn't. So, we're here now in the regular season. Okay, let's see. So, pitching rotation. We got Castillo, we have Clevenger, we've got Eduardo, Matthew Boyd, and Zach Godley. In the bullpen, we have Matt Barnes, Will Harris, Grant Dayton, Josh Hader, Tommy Kahnle, Kirby Yates. Very solid. It's these late relievers I'm a little worried about, but hopefully, we kind of use these guys more. We'll see if we need to make a move there. But the pitching rotation really good. The lineup's really good. So I'm just gonna sim, and when we get to draft day, I'll see you guys then. All right, so here we are. We are at draft day. We are 39-22, and we are in first place in our division. So we right now have gone from worst to first. We probably won't keep it up. We'll see. But other than really what's going on, I think we're playing really well. I don't see anything really that needs to be changed. Let's check out the pitching rotation. Castillo's struggling. Clevenger is 10-1. Eduardo's 5-1. Matthew Boyd's 5-4. So Castillo's the only really true worry here. Wow. Daniel Lynch 4-1 with a high ERA, but he's bringing in wins. He's kind of struggling. Matt Barnes with a 2.2. Will Harris with a 2.8. Grant Dayton with a 2.8. Josh Hader has pitched 4 innings all year. Wow. Okay. Tommy Kahnle with a 5 ERA. He's only pitched 8 innings. And Kirby with a 2.4 or 2.5 pretty much. Other than that, we're looking really good. I'm not going to worry about scouting. Not going to worry about any transactions because we have nothing that we really need to change. If I feel like we need to make a change, it's going to be at the trade deadline. So I'm just going to sim again. And we're just going to simulate the draft. But I'm going to sim to the All-Star Week. I'll see you guys there, and we'll update the team from there. All right, so here we are. We are at the All-Star break. We are 60 and 36. Again, we haven't changed anything. I didn't stop and I didn't really look. But so here we are now. Castillo now in that positive. He's winning games. Clevenger has been huge for us. I think I'm gonna actually. I might towards the end of the year or the playoffs. I might put him at the one spot. Eduardo 9-2. Matthew Boyd 6-8. But I mean, this rotation is doing very well. Three of them on fire. Clevenger. I'm gonna let's do that. Let's see how that works. Bullpen doing pretty well still, obviously. Um, I mean, we're one of the best teams in the league, it seems like, when it comes to. Yep, we're still in first place in the division. We have a 7-game lead on the White Sox and 12.5 on the Twins, which is crazy in my opinion. We're not the best team in the American League, but we're still up there. So I don't think there's much I'm going to change right now because I think this team is doing very well. So I'm gonna just continue to sim, and I'll see you at that next point that we stop. All right, so here we are. We are at the trade deadline. This is pretty much our last opportunity to make any sort of move that we possibly want to. Um, so time to take a look into our roster, see how everybody's doing. Actually, first thing we're gonna go do is just take a look at our pitching rotation. Clevenger at a 14-5 record with a sub-3 ERA, very good. Castillo 9-9. He's been the one struggling piece, and I'm not entirely sure why. Eduardo Rodriguez at a 10-2 record. Matthew Boyd 8-8. Zach Godley 9-6. Castillo's the only one. Like, I expect Matthew Boyd to be decent at best. Castillo at a 95 overall, I feel like should be pitching better. So, maybe we bring in somebody else, but we're going to just continue to, examine and see where we're at. Victor Reyes, 250, only 5 home runs, but he's a leadoff hitter. We're just trying to get him on base. Marcus Semien, 27 home runs, over 300. Good year so far. Justin Turner batting over 300 with 20 home runs. Nelson Cruz batting almost 300 with 34 home runs at the All-Star break. Trey Mancini batting just under 300 with 23 home runs. Jock Peterson batting 274 with 25. Santana over 300, over 20 home runs. Scope. Wow, Scope's actually doing well. 30 home runs, 270 at the All-Star break. This is a pretty good team. Alfaro's the only one kind of upsetting, but, he's still batting 237. He's got 33 RBIs. He's got 9 home runs. What's Grayson doing? I mean, not really much because he's the backup. But this team is very impressive. I think I'm going to explore a Luis Castillo trade. I'm going to put his name out there on the market. I'm going to find him. If I see something, I'll make the deal. But if not, I might try to build something and bring in a new piece. But when and if that does happen, I'll let you guys know. Skip right to it. If it doesn't, again, you guys will see that we didn't do anything and we're just going to continue to sim the year. So I'm going to go make this trade, or I'm going to go explore the trade, and then we'll see what we get from there. All right, so I went and I put Luis Castillo in. I wasn't really seeing anything. I saw a couple things that I would think about. There was one pitcher that I was maybe consider, and I want to go see if we can try to make a deal without having to give up Castillo, because we obviously want to make this rotation better. So, Blake Snell is there too. Wow, they have their top 2 are both starting pitchers. Okay, well, there's no chance that happens. Let's see. All right, so I think I'm going to take this deal. This just helps us get better. We're trading away a farm system starting pitcher. We're going to be actually. Wait, is Daniel Norris up with us? Is he one? Oh, he might be in the bullpen. Is he in the bullpen? He might be. That's okay. And then we're going to be trading away a backup center field. Actually, so a farm system pitcher, a farm system center fielder, and then another starting pitcher that I think is actually in the bullpen right now. So we can obviously afford to move that around. And we're going to be getting Blake Snell. Now, I was sitting here debating if I wanted Jameson Taillon or Blake Snell. But Blake Snell, we have locked up for a couple of years. Jameson Taillon, we wouldn't. So we are going to be getting Blake Snell. They got about the same stats. His ERA is a little higher, and he's making a couple more $1 million. But he just adds to that rotation of where we're trying to be, and we're just going to win more games with him. So Blake Snell, welcome to the Detroit Tigers. So thankfully he's now with the team. So that's one change I think we really needed to make, was a starting pitcher, even though I really don't know who to replace here. I think Zach Godley will be a real good move for our bullpen. Hopefully he can help us out there because, you know, a starter going in there, he's got that high stamina, but at the same time he can kind of be that, you know, what if we do this? We put him there. He's got the higher stamina. He's a middle relief. He can get a couple more innings in. And we're going to move Blake Snell up here. We're going to switch those. And then this is our starting five. Nice bullpen. The roster's doing very well. The lineups are succeeding. Everything's working out. We didn't have to trade too much. I think this is a really good, solid team. I think we're ready to go win something. So I'm going to sim probably to the end of the year. And then I'll go do contract extensions. And then when I'm done with that, I'll see you guys after that. And then I'll finish that up. And then I'll probably sim to the end of the year. And we'll see where we're at that point. All right, so we are done through August. Yep, so we're at September 1st. We're done through August. We are in first place by just a couple of games. That division lead has shrunk, obviously. It's starting to get closer to the end of the year. We really got to worry about competing with the White Sox, but we are in first place. So we, right now, are on pace to go from worst to first compared to what we were able to do last year. So this team is working. I do want to check out everything. Clevenger is 16-7. Castillo's 10-10. Blake Snell's 12-10. Eduardo Rodriguez 12-3. Matthew Boyd 11-9. Great stats from everybody. ERAs for some of these guys are a little high, but it's okay. We're winning games. Bullpen's doing pretty well, it seems. Everything's kind of working out. Zach Godley's doing pretty well in that bullpen. Will Harris being huge in the bullpen. Hader's pitching all right. Not as bad as he was last year at all. Canely doing all right. I mean, he's kind of getting up there. Kirby Yates doing all right. You know, this team is doing very well. So we'll also go through the lineups real quick. That way you guys can see, you know, kind of who's doing what. Victor Reyes doing pretty well. Semien doing very well. Turner doing pretty well for his age. Nelson Cruz at 41 home runs. As you see, his stats have started to take a hit still. So he's down below a 70 now. But, you know, he's on a one-year deal. We might bring him back for another year unless we see what's in the free agency. Trey Mancini doing pretty well still. Peterson, same thing. Santana, pretty good. Scope, really playing well. Jorge Alfaro playing pretty well. He's kind of a one piece that's, you know, succeeding, but not doing as well as expected. Victor Reyes, another one of those, but he's a lower overall. So we are at that September call-ups point. I usually don't take care of that, so I'm going to just sim to the end of the year, and I'll see you guys there. All right, so there we have it. We are in the playoffs as the 1 seed. We turned it around. I'm so proud of where this team has come. We built it. We spent the money we had to spend to win games. We finished 101-61. One game better than the Red Sox, and then a couple games better than the Athletics. The Athletics making it out of that, well, not making it out of that division, but winning it, huge. The Angels, wow, they're starting to turn it around. But being able to take that 1 seed is huge when it comes to a playoff push. Let's see the other division. So the National League, nobody above 100 wins. That means we were the number 1 team in baseball this year by 1 game. But we were the number 1 team in baseball. So we are going to now go to the calendar. And we're actually going to just advance the day, see who we're playing. It hasn't been figured out yet. We're either playing Chicago or Houston. I'd love to see Chicago take them out because I think we can beat Chicago. I mean, I think we can beat Houston too, but all right, we're playing Chicago. Wow, Houston is not in the playoffs, so they cannot win, you know, the World Series, even though our plan is to take them down. So we are going to be playing the Chicago White Sox. So we're going to have Clevenger going game 1, Castillo game 2, Snell game 3, and then those will be figured out. Those are if needed, so obviously there's nothing planned. So we are going to just sim game by game. So here goes game 1. We won 5-1. Okay. Now game 2, we lost. Oof, that's tough. All right, Blake Snell, game 3, we win. Okay, we're 1 game away from the ALCS. Okay, we're gonna sim. All right, game 5. Here we go. Matthew Boyd, please. Oh boy. So we're gonna go into this. We are going to simulate this game. Let's see where we are. The Tigers have been eliminated by the White Sox. Wow. We got absolutely manhandled in game 5. So the White Sox take us down, unfortunately. That's tough. The Athletics beat the Phillies. Wow. So that's something you didn't expect to see. We didn't make it. We're going to sim to the offseason. Okay, now we also have to replace our pitching coach. All right, so we don't have any exclusive free agents. We do have to review the staff. So we do have an opening. Let's just see if we can sign this guy right here. You know, we are going to probably cut it here because we did finish the season. The next episode will be free agency, but you know, it's been fun so far. You know, now we've got to worry about, you know, where are we going to be going into next year now, because now we just got eliminated in the first round. So we obviously you know, we don't want to have that happen again. So we're going to continue to work on this team. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for staying this long. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell to see when these videos go up. And when I start to live stream, you guys will know the second I start. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you. I'll see you later.